Hey there, in today's video, we're going to go over two things. We're going to go over how to create a bot using Closebot for SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Instagram. And we're also going to talk about Go High Level and how to integrate the two so that you can have automation based on things that the user said. So the first thing we're going to do is look at Closebot. Now, why did I choose Closebot? I chose Closebot because it's very easy to understand and they do the heavy lifting behind the scenes, so you don't have to. So inside Closebot right here, I'm just going to go into the first bot that I ever built. Okay, the first screen when you're creating a bot inside of Closebot is, first of all, just name the bot, right? Like label it so you know what you're calling it. And for me, my goal here is to first identify if they want to talk on the phone or over text. And second, to qualify them and book an appointment. That's my goal, right? And I'm going to show you how using multi-bots and multi-bot handoffs plus the Go High Level integration allows me to do all of that. So I'm going to name my bot Sam, and then you can put a response delay. Some people like to put this delay in here if they want to like have a few more seconds before it responds so that it feels more human. I don't really see the need for that. You can choose your AI models. Now I've entered in my API key for OpenAI, like I mentioned, and so that allows me to just pay OpenAI, and I don't have to pay additional credits to Closebot. Now, some of these other things that they have, and again, I like this because so much of it is taken out of my control. I don't have to worry about it. So if the lead is upset, it'll stop. If if all of its objectives have been filled, it'll stop. And it can handle multi-objection handling. So then it's got these frequency AI typos. So this is like if you ever been texting with somebody and they'll send you a message and then they misspell something and then they like immediately put like an asterisk and spell it right. So it'll actually mimic that process with your leads. And so I don't typically find the need for that, but it's a great feature, I think, to have. Now, let's go to the Integrate tab. On this tab, you can actually integrate with your Go High Level. Again, this is one of the biggest reasons I like using Closebot because I use Go High Level as my CRM and my automation tool, and I integrate my Closebot directly into Go High Level. So then I'm going to skip over to triggers. I'll go to main, actually. So this is where you're identifying overall what the bot is, what's its personality, what's its overall goal, and any information about your business that you wanted to have. And so you can see that I just entered in some things here like, hey, you're a customer service rep for a platform that makes sure business owners never miss out on potential leads by missing calls. You send a cold text, so they might not be interested. And then I talk a little bit about how what my company is. Now, objectives. This is where I think the real power of Closebot comes into play. So in other SMS bots, you have to do a ton of like if then and all this logic to determine whether or not they should go in a certain path. But with Closebot, you don't have to do any of that. And so my goals here is I send texts, sometimes cold. I make cold calls, and so the first thing I want to understand is, are they getting back to me with one of those canned messages that says like can't talk right now, right? So if my AI calls them and they respond back via text, which is really common, saying like, oh, I can't talk right now, what do you want? So then I have it handle that here, and all I really do is I say like, hey, if the lead responds that they can't talk right now, say no problem and have them give you a call when they're free. Do not mention why you were contacting them. That's it. I just want the AI to be able to respond back to them if they get that random message. Now, if they don't come back with a message saying that they can't talk, it'll skip this objective. And again, this is why it's so powerful and great to use. Now, a lot of times what will happen is a lead will then say, who is this, right? Which is very common. So I then prompt it to say, okay, well, if like they can't talk and they're asking who it is, then just let them know, here's a message. Looks like you couldn't take my call. And we all know that missed calls can mean lost leads in your business. So I have them send that. And if the lead never asks that, the goal is accomplished, right? It doesn't have to be a definite thing. A lot of these are like conditional. So like if it happens, great. If it doesn't, it just keeps moving on in the process. Now, here is like the big thing for me. And one of the things I wanted to outline in this is how you take over inside sales and have the AI both on voice and on text communicate with each other. So, So ask if the lead wants to talk over text or have a call to discuss how we can make sure that we can help them. Now, I mentioned, hey, you're Sam. You help business owners never miss an incoming call, and you can chat with them over the phone or text. And so you'll notice in this prompt, I'm not giving it an exact script. I'm not saying, hey, like this is exactly what I want you to say. I'm basically giving the AI the ability to say, great, like I just like find out one way or the other, however you want to say it, if they want to talk over text or over the phone. So why am I doing that? I'm doing that because we all know that when you're speaking with someone, even if it's AI, when you're speaking with someone, you have a higher chance of converting that lead than if you're doing it over text, right? So it's a fact. Everybody knows that that's the case. Now, I'm not saying that every lead has to speak in order to convert, but I am saying that in certain industries, it makes a lot more sense to get on the phone with someone. And so I immediately ask them, hey, do you want to talk on the phone? Now, what I want to show you here is this auto update field. This is so brilliant. So what this does is because I connected to Go High Level, it will actually update a Go High Level custom field for me. So these are all the different custom fields that I have in here. So if the person wants to talk on the phone, it will auto update this wants AI sales to call. Now, I will show you after this what actually happens if that field gets updated. But the most important thing for you to remember is that there's no human interaction here. So the AI called them. They responded, can't talk, who is this? It answered some questions, and then it said, do you want to talk on the phone? And in this scenario, they said, yes, I want to talk on the phone. So it's updated this field automatically inside Go High Level for that contact. Now, once it's gone through, let me just get out of that. Once it's gone through that, there are two options. They can say, yes, I want to talk, or no, I don't want to talk. So let's first look at what happens when they say, yes, I want to talk. I'm going to move over to Go High Level. And this is, if you're not familiar with Go High Level, definitely like check out my link below and look at there's tons of videos out there on how to use Go High Level. But I have to say, I think this is one of the best platforms for solopreneurs and entrepreneurs to build automation off of. So what I do in here is you have workflows, and in workflows, you basically have a trigger, right? Just like Zapier or Make. So you say, when this happens, trigger this automation. And one of the things you can do is say, hey, when the wants AI sales to call field has changed to yes, then do this. And so what oops, what just happened? There you go. There we go. So then what I do is I initially add an AI off tag. AI off is a Closebot tag. That means that the Closebot SMS bot will no longer respond. Why am I doing that? Well, I don't want it having a conversation over text while we're on the phone with them. That doesn't make any sense. That's not how people work, right? So then I do a web hook to Simple Talk AI, which is what I talked about in the last video, and I give it all the information it needs. I give them their name. I give them their business name. I talk about what city they're in, any feedback they have or anything they want to talk about. And so you can pass all of these custom variables directly into Simple Talk AI. So then once I do that, I wait 5 minutes. Now, why am I waiting 5 minutes? I wait 5 minutes because conversations take time. So I don't want to like immediately send out a notification to them or to the internal team that anything's happened, because I want the call to go off, right? So once that happens, then I send an internal email to the team saying this person just talked with the AI, look up their transcript, look up their recording and find out what they need. And then I remove the AI off tag so that if they respond back over text again, the bot will take over. So that is how I am walking through handing people off from text to AI voice and AI voice to text, right? So they're very closely linked. This is a great solution if you're trying to replace that inbound sales team where you've got people calling into your business, you've got people texting into your business. And in an additional video, I'll talk about how to have AI answer your emails that are coming into your business. And with those three things, voice, text, and email, you are replacing your entire inbound sales team. I hope that helps. Thanks. Okay, now let's talk about what if the person doesn't want to talk on the phone, right? Those are my two outcomes. Like someone has texted in, maybe they texted in because I called them, maybe they just texted in from an ad, who knows? But they texted in and the AI previously said, do you want to talk on the phone? And they said, no, that's fine. We can do business any way you want. What I'm going to show you in this is a second bot that I created. I've got two here, right? A second bot that I created that actually will take them through the qualification process over text and try to book an appointment, which is also another reason I love working here in Closebot. Now, we've already gone through the first three, so I'm just going to go straight to objectives. Now, you can see that there's a lot more happening on this screen than there was in the previous screen, because the purpose of that first bot is really just a gatekeeper. Do you want to talk on the phone or not? If not, then it sends them to this bot. Now, I go through some pretty standard processes. I first find out what their name is if I don't know it already, and then I'll also update the field inside of the system if I don't have their email or their phone, if I don't have their name, and they give it to me, so it'll update that. Then it'll move to the next priority, which is finding out how are they currently generating leads and following up with them. And so I also give it some common answers. Now, again, I want to stress, I am not telling the bot exactly what to say to the person, because the bot's having a conversation with them. And so it's going to find the right way to actually ask this question, right? So then I have a field that it updates that's called currently handling lead gen, and then it continues on to the next thing. Now, notice that these are orangish and these are green. Now, the difference between these two is this right here. So you can gather info, which is essentially what I've been doing all along, is just gathering information. And then you can give info. So this is really helpful if you want to give them, like, say, a webinar link or something specific that you want to tell them that you're not expecting some kind of response about. So I say confirm the lead, the current process of lead, and then let them know that leads contacted in a minute are 391% more likely to convert. So the focus of our AI system is to reach every lead in under a minute. So I'm giving it this information so it can just have some kind of response. A human being, if they were talking to someone, they would say, well, how are you generating leads? I'm generating leads by doing Facebook ads. Oh, okay, great. Since you're doing Facebook ads, do you know that they're 391% more likely to convert if you contact them after a minute? Now, that is a lot more personalized than, oh, by the way, leads are more likely to convert if you contact them in a minute. And so that's why I'm doing this give info, because I just want them to understand the potential that they're losing out on by not contacting their leads right away. Now, after it's done that, I do want it to ask some more questions. So it goes over to, okay, well, how many leads a month are you generating? Now, if someone's not generating at least 10 leads a month, they're not a great candidate for my business. So I want to make sure that I know that. And I also update the field, how many leads per month do they have? Then I say, do they want the AI to call? Now, I want to talk about this max attempts screen. So again, my overall goal is to get them to talk to the AI, because I sell AI voice services. So I want them to understand how fluent or fluid a call with the AI can be. So in here, I say, great, do they want to talk with the AI to discuss further? And I give it a couple of max attempts. Now, why do I do that? I don't want to be annoying, but I do want it to ask more than once, do you want to talk with the AI on the phone? And you'll notice I have a second wants AI sales to call to field, and that allows them to say, okay, if the first field's no, but then the second field is yes, call them with this message. And really, it'll just say, great, we got your information already because you've already chatted with the bot. What questions can I answer for you? So, if the lead answers affirmatively or negatively, the goal is accomplished. So you already have their phone number, you know what to call them at. So I always put in the goal is accomplished, because what I found is if you don't have that in there, then it would just kind of stop. So it would it asked once, it asked twice, and then it wouldn't respond anymore because it didn't know that the goal was accomplished. So then after that, I have another pricing information, give information, because most of the time when people are talking to somebody, especially when it's in a sales situation, they want to know what the price is. But as a salesperson, you don't always want to give out the price right away because you don't even know if this product is right for them. And so at this point, I've already asked them their current leads. I've already talked about how many they're getting a month, if they want to talk to the AI. And then finally, if they want the pricing information, I'll give it to them then. And then I can have the AI try and book an appointment with them over the phone. Okay, and finally, if they want to talk to the nope, get rid of that. Okay, then finally, after I've given them pricing information, if they ask for it, I'm going to try and book an appointment. So it's super easy. You just tell the bot to book the appointment. It books it onto your Go High Level calendar. Now, the nice thing is once it's booked onto that calendar, all of your automations that have to do with appointments automatically take off. And so at this point, I've now gone through and shown how you can hand it off from voice to text and text to voice. And that also, if you want to just continue the qualification and the booking over text, you can go through and do that here. And so this is how you can build a really robust platform for your business by using Closebot as the text, SMS and WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger as all of those. So I hope you found that useful. In the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to use email and have AI respond to any emails that come into your business so that that can go through the booking process as well. Thanks.